Oh, good morning, you, or good afternoon, you music makers. I guess that depends where you're at. Oh, hey, sorry I got too long to get back to you. I've been so slammed. I'm trying to get this boat. I have a boat, and I told you guys about this when we came up here that, being that I'm semi-retired and I got time to do a little fishing and stuff like that, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah, so I've been working. I bought this boat. Now this boat, it was almost, fish ready. Like ready to fish, ready to take out. But not quite. I had some stuff that needed to be replaced and updated and stuff like that. So I've been working on this boat trying to get it, because I'm going to go get maybe next week I'm going to go in and get a safety inspection by the U.S. Coast Guard. They'll inspect it and they'll give me a sticker on there. That way, if you got this sticker on your windshield, they don't really bother you too much. They won't really. I mean, of course, they have not. The U.S. Coast Guard, I don't know if it's a national thing. I think it is national. But anyways, let me get up here. But, well, let me give you see. I think you can see it from here. Let me get a fine look at it there. Which way do we go? This way. This way, right there. There we go. There's that bad boy. Let me get this off. All right. Oh, it doesn't want to come off my face. Anyways, yeah, I got a nice little Bayliner trophy, 21 footer. Let me just turn it around here. That's probably the best thing to do. There we go. Something like that. Anyway, so I'm cleaning it up. I'm going to do a little buffing on the side. It's got some oxidation underneath a little bit on the bottom half a little bit, so I got to buff that out, clean that out. Everything else is done inside. I did my windows, stuff like that. So, yeah, this thing's ready to go, man. The engine runs like a charm. And, yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. And let me show you here real quick. I know some of you guys don't give a shit about this, but anyways, I got a nice kicker motor. It's a 9.9 Yamaha 4-stroker on it, and that's a good kicker motor in case you get stuck or you want to troll, I guess. But trolling, you put this just put it in gear. It's really a perfect troll, but I'm not into that trolling shit. I'm just out to go get rockfish, so I don't have to go out too far. But I wanted a big boat because the seas up here in the Pacific Northwest, dude, I'm telling you, I'll bring a camera out with me. They're intense seas. So obviously you can't go out when it's like that. But anyway, yeah, I'm cleaning it up. I just got my new radio in here. Let's see, we'll climb inside. But anyways, that's what I've been doing. That's why I apologize for putting getting this vlog up so late. It's been about 8-9 days. I want to do it. I'm really trying to do it every 6 to 7 days. But anyways, cutty cab there. But yeah, I got a little bit of work to do. Not much. Got a new marine radio. And I also got a new fish finder too. This Lowrance that's in there it's old. But anyways, so You guys, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was kind of read. Now, we talked about reading the room and stuff like that, but what I'm thinking is what I kind of look after, like, let me give you a little example. There's a place up in Brookings, about 20 minutes north of here, in Brookings, Oregon, right on the border. We're only 20 minutes from the border. So Brookings is a cute little port town. And anyway, so went up there, and we went to go meet some friends up there to go eat. A place called Zola's. I think it's Zola or Zolo apostrophe S. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But anyway, so and really nice place, nice restaurant. You know, it's a expensive restaurant. Well, I went in there, and I had hit them up for work before. But when I think I might have mentioned this before, but when she told me, she goes, "Oh yeah, we pay $100 for like 4 hours." I'm like, what? $25 an hour? Well, this guy that they got playing there, I guess he's there like every Saturday, maybe. I don't know, but I mean that's cool. I mean, he doesn't do anything except he does. He doesn't sing or anything. He sits on a regular chair, and then, which is nothing wrong with that, but he sits on a regular chair. He's real low. He's stuck in the corner. The place is not big, and the place is all wood, so they're so bouncy in there. So I'm thinking, I was talking to Kim, and I go, God, even if I did play, or if I could find a place to set up, because I could set up in the corner, but it's not very. It's just not a lot of room, and but really, really bouncy in there. So I'm like, I don't think this would be a good place to play. So it's something to think about. Some of you guys that are ready to go out and start hitting the pavement and knocking on doors, make sure when you go into the venue that you guys should have a good idea on how acoustics should sound. And you don't want, it's okay to have it a little bouncy, a little natural, very slight natural reverb, but when it's a lot of reverb, I mean, just a lot really bouncy in there, where you have to play really low first off. And yeah, it just doesn't work for me. I just need something that a little bit bigger place. And, hey, Spanky, get over here. Spanky. All right, he's a really good listener. He just keeps walking. Anyway, so yeah, think about the sound of the room that you guys check out. It's really important to check out the room, because if there's not a good room, the size size matters too. It really does. I mean, you don't want to get into a tiny, tiny little pocket. I mean, it's just, first off, usually small places anyways don't want to have really live music, because they need all the real estate they can get in there for their customers, right? So they don't want a musician, even a solo artist, coming in and taking up their real estate. So it's tough to find, for you guys that are trying to get out there, it's tough to find a place that you're going to be comfortable. You want to be comfortable with the place. You don't want to go in there and play somewhere where it's maybe a little too seedy, or it might be a little rough place or a rough neighborhood. Don't overstretch yourself like that. I know you're probably desperate to play and desperate to land a gig, because I've seen a couple of you guys on there that are trying to land gigs right now, and you have land gigs, and that's cool. Keep lining them up, keep going. But yeah, it's not easy. It's getting your foot in the door. That's the whole thing. It's just getting your foot, and you got to sell yourself. Just let them know. Say, let them know. A lot of times I'll say, I think I'd be a real nice fit. I'd be an asset for your cafe or your restaurant or your bar. I'd be a real asset, and I'll leave it very memorable for them. And they're like, oh, okay, So you kind of have to sell yourself. There's no doubt. Besides giving them a little press kit, electronic press kit, with your bio and maybe a couple links to some music video, some live videos that you have of yourself. But yeah, yeah. So that's really important to just don't get too desperate, I guess is what I'm saying. Don't get too desperate. I want you guys to find the right places, knock on the right doors, and you'll get a feeling, you'll get a vibe. But if you walk into a place and you can tell they've never had live entertainment in there before, it's probably a good reason why they don't. Maybe it's just because it's so bouncy and loud. Matter of fact, one of the places I played was called the, you guys probably remember when we were in Southern California, it was at the something bowl. Not the Crazy Bowl. It's, but anyways, it's in Apple Valley. And yeah, cool place. And a great place for a band, but the problem was they didn't think about, they've got the big steeple ceilings with the all wood floor, wood wall, everything's wood. Talk about bouncy in there. Holy Jesus. It's so bouncy. And I'm going, okay. And of course, I said to the gal that hired me, the manager, I says, it seems a little bouncy. She says, what do you mean by that? I go, well, you just get it's not a lot of good acoustics in here. I mean, you've got a lot of natural reverb, but it's very bouncy and it's very loud. So even when you have people and you have a full house, it's loud because it's bouncing. The sound's bouncing everywhere. When you put a band on a big stage at the other end, it's going to be bouncy and loud. Of course, the more people you fill in, the better, because that deadens the sound. But yeah, it's you need to be picky. So, yeah, so I saw that guy playing at the Zola's this over here in Brookings, and he was playing really, really quiet. But even though he was really low, it was still bouncing around a little bit. So, yeah, I didn't follow up on that place. I mean, it's really a cool hip place, but it's not very big. Now, maybe outside, they do have an outside patio. Maybe they have some entertainment in the summer, or something like that. That would be cool. They do have an outside patio in the back. I might hit them up, but I don't know if they have the budget. If they're paying this guy's just playing real soft, bluesy kind of music, or, even top 40 stuff like, but he's just doing, what he does is he does a rhythm track. He loops his rhythm track, just a little rhythm track, and then it does leads on top of it, and that's all he does. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's room for everybody in this business. So if that's all you do, don't let that discourage you. It's just that, I'm just talking here and just sharing what I know, what I think or whatever. But if you loop a track and you play over it at a nice restaurant, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but like I said, if the room had carpet, that'd be a whole different ballgame. It would sound a lot better in there, not bouncy, and you could play low but yet project and fill the room at a decent level where people could hear each other talk. That's the thing. You don't want to play too loud, and I've been known for that back in the day, but yeah, I like to play loud, and so loud's not always good, in certain situations and stuff like that. Yeah, playing loud, you got a big room. You have a big room and a lot of people, because that soaks up a lot of sound. You got to pump it up. But yeah, some of these places, you just really need to keep it down and make sure that people, you got to find that sweet spot, because you want their attention, and you do that with songs that you're playing and your talent, but also with your volume too. So make sure you get your volume up there where it's just getting their attention, but yet they can talk across from each other at the table comfortably. So that's important. It's really important to do that. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful on some of the places you pick out. Oh my God, I got a gig here. Well, just make sure you do your homework a little bit and make sure the acoustics are okay in there, not too bouncy, and stuff like that. So Yeah, that's one thing I kind of look out for when I look at when I consider other places to play. So I'll look out for that. Anyway, so you guys, hey, God bless you all. Next week, I won't wait as long. I apologize for that. And if you haven't subscribed, you feel like subscribing, hit the damn button and all that good stuff. And if you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. I'll try my best to respond. And that's it. You guys keep making music. Keep making music. Keep soothing the souls. We need music makers out there. And put smile on people's faces. All right, man. Ciao for now.